Welcome back to Jay's Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. Let's talk about what's happening in these markets. I'm sure you want to know. If you don't know, now you're going to know. Let's go ahead and hop on live. We're going to go over the overall cryptocurrency markets. Let's go ahead and hop in the Twitter feeds and get you out on the Telegram pages. We're going to be building up. So starting this week, we're going to be doing our daily live streams, and we're going to be pushing them throughout the Telegram channel, YouTube, and much, much more. And then we're also going to have our scalping and trading sessions, and we're going to utilize it by utilizing our referral IDs with each other, and you're going to learn how to make some money. So it's time to give back, let people learn. We believe in positive energy, we believe in karma, and we love it and share the love. A lot has been happening out there for me since the last times that we've been rocking out, so we'll talk about all of that when we get us pumping and pushing. We're going to go ahead and drop it to all of our fans that love us and love our videos, so let's go ahead and get that out to all of our peeps. All right, and we're going to do our shout outs, and we're going to talk about these charts and the markets and all these different targets that you're going to be looking for, because there's a lot of different opportunities that are going to be happening in the market. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for all of the latest and greatest and new news out there, all right? So after this feed, we're going to be going into the Telegram group, and we're going to be doing something fun and games. And as you guys already know, the hype out there, rocking and pushing with chances to win. We're going to do some fun and games and races, and it's going to be rocking. We're going to get the hype pushing, and we're going to do a bunch of different things. And you know what? I love the community. I love your suggestions, and I've been talking with a lot of you guys. I've been taking time out of my day every day to answer DMs, so I get to better know what the community wants and needs. So there's going to be a lot of stuff and a lot of news dropping coming from my areas. And as you know, I've been collaborating and working with a bunch of different projects throughout the Binance Smart Chain and other chains out there. So there's going to be some really interesting stuff coming out thus far. So all I can say is multi-chain earning, passive income, income streams, earn to learn, leveraging different exchanges, and for you guys that know the big dogs on this side with Jay's Strategies. Okay, guys, so mad love and respect for that. All right, so first, let's go ahead and hop over to CME, okay, to CoinMarketCap. And you know what? If you haven't signed up yet, sign up for CoinMarketCap so that way you can hit and you could do different comments, because we're going to be utilizing comment streams to be able to push our decks. Boom, there you go. You got it. You got it rocking. Straight, transparent decks with multi-sig wallets, so that way not one person has control, multiple people have control, marketing teams, CEO, and different positions and structured team and growth into all the different blockchains and areas and projects that we've been working on for a long time. They're actually building blockchains, so we're going to have a lot of EVM contracts, smart contracts, and much, much more for liquidity providers, lending, and all of the above. So we're going to talk about all of that, and you're going to get all that information here on this YouTube channel. So don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe. Don't forget to swing over to our Twitter page. Okay, it's in the description. I'm actually going to drop again, okay, for you guys, because we're going to be building up this channel here, and I'm going to be doing it organically. And this is going to be a channel that we're going to be verifying and pushing out and utilizing for the top stuff that we will be doing here, okay? So make sure you swing by over to that page, all right? And then we're going to be growing out our Telegram page, okay? And we're going to be doing different sessions inside the Telegram group, all right, getting you guys to learn how to earn. We'll teach you with paper trading, and then you'll get to learn more, and you'll be able to turn $5 into 20, 20 into 100, and then rock out and walk about investment. This is not financial advice, but I like to give back on what I've learned throughout the times, all right? I have extensive material, extensive market material, and a bunch of different projects that I've worked on for you guys that know Jay out there. Jay Strategies is the hype, because you know you're chilling and chilling with Jay Strategies, the latest and greatest crypto news and much, much more. So mad love and respect to you guys out there. Let me go ahead and drop that inside the chat box right here. Okay. And then let me go ahead and just grab this YouTube link and let me go ahead and swing on over, okay, to our Twitter page, and let me just drop this, okay, so that way we can actually grab our page and we can grab our links for our video here. Go ahead and hit this so that way I can grab our hashtags. Hey, all right, so we can grab our hashtags and we can drop it, okay, and we're going to have it on the page right now. So let me go ahead and drop that just so we can just get that out there. We can push it and pump it. All right, I'm going to drop that link also into the Telegram chat. And look at this. You can learn, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do all this, how to grow your socials. And then that's why I'm doing this here, transparent, and showing you guys as we are live so you guys can learn as we go along, all right? So there's definitely a lot of information and a lot of stuff that you can learn, and it will be beneficial to you guys, all right? Remember, no question is a bad question, okay? So anything you want to ask, anything you want to rock out, or anything you want to know, we can push it. I will give you the rawest and the realest and what I know because I want to share that positive info. When you wake up in the morning, give yourself a positive affirmation. Wake up and, hey, let's have a good day and let's get it. All right? And you can get with it and rock with it. Okay, guys, come join us over at our YouTube feed live. Crypto news and much, much more. Let's go ahead and talk about what's happening in the market. Let's push it, pump it, and get with it. Come join us. Jay's Strategies, the latest and greatest to the moon. All right, so we can drop those inside our different groups for you guys here so we can get those hypes, and you're going to see a lot of stuff happening there. And stay tuned for information dropping inside the Telegram chats, all right? Okay. So swing by. Let's go back to the Twitter page. Okay. Yep, we got our Twitter page. We got that set up, and then we got different Twitter page. Okay, so that's for Bitcoin. Okay, here we go. Okay, coin market cap. Okay, so today in cryptocurrency, today's cryptocurrency overall crypto market cap is 1,099 billion. So it's down below that 1.1. 24-hour volume is at 38.1 billion. Coin dominance is at 46.1%. Ethereum dominance is at 19.8%. GUI's kind of high, the gas on Ethereum right now at 98, sitting right there. We got our trending recently added and stuff. So we're going to end up doing more videos as per suggestions through the community and growing out different channels, our main learning channels, our channels for reviews, and much, much more. So we're going to be looking to grow and expand as we push, pump it, and rock it. And as you guys know, memes were on the run, but they did have their pullback days, and today is a day where we're going to be looking at the charts. Okay, so we have Bitcoin coming in at 26,394, 24 hours pullback 1.8%, in 7 days 10% pullback, and it's at $511 billion market cap. So when we hit that 550, we actually pulled back a lot. And Bitcoin has been sold, so those candlesticks you've been seeing, you know, there's been influx in outflow amounts and sells of Bitcoin from major institutions. So that's what we're taking a look at on the on-chain analysis. Ethereum coming in at $1,784 in 24 hours, 0.25, and 7 days, 10% to the downside. $219 billion market cap. USDT is at that $82.7 billion market cap, so it's slowly inching its way up, and we've been watching this, okay? And I actually want to do a deep dive into this and see, you know, how far can USDT really push itself to be able to mint and be able to prove proof of assets on the blockchains to show that they have that, you know, amount of money in bonds and cash and, you know, different precious metals and et cetera. So we're going to take a look into that. Always, when you're using stable coins, diversify them, okay? You can use your top three, USDT, USDC, BUSD, and on your different blockchains. BNB coming in at 305, okay, 24 hours, 0.3% pullback, 6.5% in the 7 day. We're at $47 billion market cap, so we're below that 50 on BNB that we saw. And volume was actually kind of low on BNB's 492 million. So we're taking a look at that. USDC coin, okay, $29.9 billion market cap. All right. So when we're looking at USDC coin, okay, yes, we're looking at USDC coin, and we're just taking a look at that, and let's go ahead. All right, I just wanted to make sure we swing back over there, and we had our stuff rocking, so we know we're pushing. All right, so that's the 29.9 billion, so it's right below that 30 billion market cap. 4 billion actually in volume today. XRP at 42 cents. Okay, so that actually pumped 1.5% in the last 24 hours, but it is down 9.2% in that 7-day, and it has a $22 billion market cap. Now, $1.1 billion in volume on XRP. Like we've been saying, they've been utilizing XRP more and more for transfer value, and big companies like transportation companies, shipping companies have been utilizing it in order to transfer value quick, safe, fast, okay, through Ripple Labs and Ripple Network. So that's definitely bullish, and that's some real good deep dive videos that we can do into these different cryptos so you can understand more about those. Always comment on what you want to know and what you want to talk about. Cardinal sitting at 36 cents, okay, 24-hour upside 1.6%, 7-day downside 8.4, $12.5 billion market cap, $246 million in volume. So volume's been kind of light right there. Dogecoin at 7 cents right there, okay, 0.7 to the upside for 24-hour, but downside in the past 7 days, 10.2%. We're at $9.9 billion market cap, $376 million in volume, sitting number 8 spot for Dogecoin. Now Solana sitting at that number 9 spot at $20.54, okay, 24-hour back pull to the upside, 2.39%, but in the past week, down 10.34%, okay? So it is Friday. The New York is closing, so that's what we're paying attention to of how the markets are going to move when we swing over to these charts. Number 10, our dogmatic sitting there. And you know that we DCA at certain levels, so when we look at that chart, we're going to actually show you and utilize that because that's one we've been talking about as it's been climbing up. And look, as we said, and as we saw different utilizations of the Polygon network and the Matic, it did actually move up, and we are in that number 10 spot. So that was definitely a good call and play over the past few months as it's been growing its market cap. Okay, it's a pullback actually in the past 7 days, 15%, and it's a $7.8 billion market cap, $453 million in volume. All right, so that's something that you want to pay attention to. BUSD has $5.6 billion market cap, so we are just watching what they're utilizing as their stablecoins, $2.4 billion in volume, and you can see BNB, the volume coming in for BNB is really not relevant to that stablecoin BUSD, so it's probably being utilized for different tokens on the actual Binance exchange, okay? So that's something that we want to really look at. And then when it comes to the Dogecoin and Litecoin together, what we're looking at, okay, so what we're looking at, okay, is, you know, how it's mined, okay, so Litecoin and, you know, Dogecoin on the Script network, you know, they're probably going to end up piling up, buddying up, and then being utilized. You don't hear Litecoin talked about a lot, so I think right in this next bull run, we're actually going to keep our eyes on Litecoin and see what developers have in store for you guys rocking, all right? There's a bunch of different news out there on the markets, all right? Look at this. Florida governor signs CBDC bill into law, restricts some users of the U.S. and foreign CBDCs. So that's what everybody's been thinking and looking into. Bitcoin did wick out below that 26K level, so it's bear paradise. People definitely got their push to the low side for the bearishness. And Texas votes to add crypto to state's Bill of Rights. So there's definitely a lot of information and news out there that you can get. Crypto VCs made $2.6 billion worth of deals in the first quarter of this year. So a lot of VCs and venture capitalists out there making deals in the crypto industry. Okay, so right now we're popping and we're hopping into the Bitcoin chart first for you guys. I'm using an indicator. It's called Trader's Reality. Okay, you could type it in, Trader's Reality, and it's an indicator. It's the hybrid system, and the more that you watch and the more that you hear about what I'm talking about in the market, the more you'll understand of how this works, okay? So the hybrid system gives us the different sessions of the day. It gives us our moving averages, okay? And it gives us, which is most important, is the trading sessions, our main moving averages, okay? Our pivot zones and levels, and then I add in the volume and I add in the RSI. So when we actually had Bitcoin wick below that M0 pivot zone and Bitcoin wick down to that 25,008, I think it was like 25,815. All right, it saw an influx of things, so you can actually see that from that candle, which actually is a bullish upside movement, but it is a vector candle, so we are paying attention to any retracement on that vector candle. If it does retrace, we probably would see on smaller time frames. So real quick, we're going to take a look and we're going to see, because the RSI did move towards the upside above what it had going on there, but you can see that it's been sitting right here before it was actually going up towards the upside. Okay, so you have to, okay, all right, so Bitcoin, all right, on that 1 hour, and that's on it. So it's real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look over into the S&P. You're going to want to do that over something, so it doesn't fall out. All right, S&P. So we're looking at the S&P index and how the market was closing. So S&P, swing to the downside. Let me go ahead and hit you on the 30-minute chart, and you can see if daily open, it pulled towards the downside, and it had its final pump at the end of the day. And that's what we were actually paying attention into, what's going to happen and flowing into Bitcoin and crypto, into the immediate short term right now as New York session has closed. Okay, so gold, okay, has been moving towards the upside, and you can see gold at that mark. Okay, and that has, because a lot of places and a lot of people have been moving into safe haven assets, and that's why you see gold up over 2,000. Bitcoin dominance, okay, pulling towards the downside because there has been continuous sell-off on these smaller time frames, pulling the price down to a level, and I'm just waiting and watching because I want to see when they start laddering in their positions, and we're going to watch that on the book map. We'll talk about that inside the Telegram groups. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that love button, and continue rocking out. We're going to give you a bunch of information, and we're going to keep you pushing and rocking with us. Okay, so back to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 30, you can see that vector candle. After we had that dump, we actually pulled and recovered that vector candle. All right, and we're below that 50 EMA. I want to see us tap that and get back above it on these smaller time frames. This is the 30-minute. This is immediate short term. The 5 is crossing over. Okay, so this is something that we're going to pay attention to, the volume and the RSI on these smaller time frames. Let's go ahead and go all the way down to the 5-minute time frame on Bitcoin, okay? And you can see after we had that wick out down below that M0 pivot zone, okay, you can actually see its volume. So I want to see within the next 2 to 3 different 5-minute candlesticks, are we going to cross it back over and continue on a sell-off, or are we going to come back above that 200, because this is a resistance area sitting right there at 26,440, okay? And that is on the 5-minute time frame for Bitcoin above that 50 EMA. But if we go back down towards that 50, okay, and then we close below it, we're heading back towards that M0 pivot zone. Okay, so that just gives you a lot of information to push that out there so you guys know what's happening inside the crypto markets. All right, let's go back to our overall charts on that 1 hour. So you can see on the 1 hour, and that's the chart that I like to watch for our longer term plays. Okay, you can see that we're extended, we're well below that 50 EMA moving average. So when that happens, and as we wick out and we go down into those M1, M0 pivot zones, those are entry points that I look for and targets, and also for swing trades into the next days. You can see the 5 is starting to turn up, and the RSI is starting to swing up because the RSI was into an oversold territory as Bitcoin was pulling towards the downside. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at let's look at 4 hour real quick. All right, so you can see how it wicked below that M0 pivot zone. All right, that 800 EMA is sitting right there at that $25,400 level. So if we do see more sell-off and bearish pressure to the downside, that would be my next targets for Bitcoin, okay? But if we do close these 4 hour candles and we continuously close higher lows, then we can move towards the upside, and we're watching volume, and we're seeing for the RSI to turn towards the upside in the different sessions, being that the New York session has just closed. Let's look at the daily, because that's what everybody's been looking at. Okay, head and shoulders on the daily. Like I said, if we close below that 800 on the daily, we would continue down to that 200 EMA moving average. So that's what everybody's weary about. That's 24,780 was actually the target that I have if we do end up continuing towards the downside, because that was a resistance area, which it would be a heavy support area for Bitcoin. All right, so that's the overall daily for Bitcoin. Now, if we want to see these wicks and we don't want a bigger wick body, we want to close up that wick body and close that wick closer into up near the 50 EMA. We don't want the 50 EMA crossing back over the 800 on the daily. So we're going to watch and see how it closes. Let's look at Ethereum overall long term. You can see Ethereum, you can leave it down, just lay it down, I'll finish it if you want me to. Alright, so then you can see Ethereum, okay, pull below that 800, and that 200 EMA for Ethereum is right there at $1,690 level, okay? So if there's continuous pressure towards the downside, that would be one of my next targets. So if we do close candles below those 50 EMAs, okay, and we actually had the 5 cross over that 50, so if we do not pull back up into those last week low areas, that's what we're going to pay attention to, those moving averages, and then that would be next downward targets, being that we're coming into the weekend, and you can see that the RSI is turned down. So I would say expect some manipulation on the markets for the weekend. BNB at 305. So this is on the daily chart and it's below the 200 EMA. If we close below that, I can see us hitting that 800, which is at that 295 level, which we talked about the other day in our other videos of where we say we would end up be coming to, and we always had an order set there. So when we get to that target level, that's when we would be able to take it and move from there. All right, so we talked about that. Then XRP, obviously, when XRP was pulling up, it had major resistance level, but now we don't want to see it close below that 200 EMA level, so that's what we're watching overall for the XRP. And then I just wanted to show you the Matic real quick, 85 cents. So the 50 just crossed over. The 50 almost just crossed over to 200, so that is crossed to the downside. So I do want to see actually where it's going to be closing on the next 4-hour candles on the chart, depending on what pivot zone we are heading at, because we did end up tapping right above that M1 pivot zone. So if we do fail, okay, to not get and stay above that daily open and we continue towards the downside, I'm expecting a target level of that 81 cent level. And as you guys know, Cake had a lot of movement towards the downside, and that's because of the changes that they're going to be doing to the staking platforms, okay? But they want to have it long term and the emission rates. We'll dive more into that and we'll talk about that as need be inside our different chat groups and much more. There's a lot of different stuff happening out there, so you guys always be safe and love it. Don't forget to swing by the Twitter page, hit it so you guys know what's going on. We just love hearing about your memes. We love hearing about your gems. We love hearing how you're doing and how your day is rocking. So definitely bullish for you guys out there. All right, Bitcoin, don't be sad. Bitcoin does it. It swings up and down, head and shoulders. We already knew that that play was coming, so we definitely are in it to win it. So we watch our trades. We know when to buy. We won't know when to DCA, and we listen to the targets that we talk about. Swing by our Telegram pages where we rock out. We chill with the latest and greatest meme coins and much more. There's a lot of stuff happening, and you guys are going to love what you are going to be hearing coming out and rocking in the immediate short-term and long-term, rocking and pushing for the crypto industry. We talked about your overall cryptocurrency market cap and what's happening in the crypto market, and we love you. Okay, guys, you were chilling with Jay Strategies, where we talk about the latest and greatest crypto news and much more. Until